Let's get y'all in here, man, so we can chat. We can chit chat a little bit, man. We could talk about some stuff. We got some stuff to talk about. Gilly. Gilly went on Club Shay today. He was very opinionated in his Club Shay interview, man. Had some stuff that he had to say about Jay-Z and the whole Rock Nation brunch and why Jay-Z hosts the Rock Nation brunch and what does Jay-Z hope to gain from having these brunches, right? And I think he made some solid points about some things. And I want to discuss it on here with y'all during this live stream. But I'm going to wait till y'all get on up in here. I'm going to wait. I know some of y'all probably just getting home from work, or some of y'all probably just getting the kids settled or just finishing making a meal for the kids, or you eating right now. And if you eating, y'all come holler at me and sit with me, man. Jabari Mitchell, what's going on, boss? How you feeling, man? Yeah, y'all come on in here and talk to me, man. I appreciate it, y'all. It's hump day, man. It's hump day. But we're going to have a conversation today, man. Hopefully, everybody gets the notification that I'm live. You said about to make some chicken tacos, man. Hey, that sound good, brother, man. Do your thing. I just ate some jerk chicken. So I'm good to go. I'm set now. I just need to get on here and talk to y'all. That'll make my night. Y'all hit that like button for me as y'all come in. Hit the like button for me as y'all come in. I'm going to start talking about the topic. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm just trying to wait till a few people get on in here first. I ain't going to take long. I don't sit around for 20 minutes before I start talking about the topic. I don't do that on here. I'm going to give about maybe 4 more minutes before I let people get on up in here. We got 10 people in here. That's good business. What's up, y'all? What's going on? If it's your first time in the chat, let me know. If you always in here, just say what up to me. Talk to me, I talk back. I tell everybody, I talk back to everybody that get on in here. But let's have a conversation, y'all. What's going on? What's the word? Aaron Ford, what's going on, man? What's up, New York? They said Shannon keep allowing black men bashing on his pot. He can't control what these people say, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want Shannon not to put that in the interview and clip that out. Like, no, he gonna let them say what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? He ain't tell Gilly to say all what he said. You know, that's the only thing when people be like Shannon be allowing black male bashing. I don't agree with that because he didn't tell Cat Williams to say what he said. He was trying to stop Cat. Cat kept going. You know, Derek D-Rec, what's going on, man? What's the word? But I see you told me to go live too. I saw you told me to go live. I took your advice. July Jackson, what's going on, man? What's the word? All right, so Pete, we got 17 people in here. I'm going to just start talking, man. Y'all hit that like button for me as y'all come in. I truly appreciate it. So, for those who don't know, Gilly the Kid, a.k.a. Gilly the King, say, hey, first time catching you live from St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, man, I'm live from Chicago. This is Midwest. This is Midwest love. I'm live from the south side of Chicago, Illinois. What's going on? He said he coming at the GOAT. We're going to talk about it. And welcome. Like I said, I'm glad you over here. I got content for everybody. Content for men, women, for fans of hip-hop, all of that. So let's get to the conversation. Gilly went on Club Shay, and he started speaking about Jay-Z and the whole Rock Nation brunch. And Gilly starts talking, and he starts saying, what do you get from going to these parties except for a picture? And then he said stuff like, Jay-Z don't even smile with you unless you worth $500 million. You know what I mean? And he starts basically giving his reasonings for why he feels like Jay-Z hosts these Rock Nation brunches. And I'm gonna paraphrase what Gilly was saying. Gilly was basically saying that Jay-Z uses his standing in the black community to enrich himself and gain access to these white billionaire spaces. And Jay-Z gains access to these white billionaire spaces under the guise of, hey, look, y'all, these black folks, these rappers, they look at me as the head honcho. I control them. I tell everybody what the culture of cool is. They look at me as the top dog. So look, y'all pay me that bread. Y'all, you know, all the rich white billionaires, y'all give me the money. I control whatever. Like, look, they'll do what I tell them to do. He feel like Gilly feel like Jay-Z uses his standing in the black community to enrich himself. You know what I mean? And gain access to these white billionaire spaces. Now, y'all know me. Some of y'all don't know me. Nav3, this is our first time being on here. I appreciate you. I'm one of the biggest Jay-Z fans as far as rap music goes. I'm one of the biggest Jay-Z fans around, especially in my age range. I'm 32 years old. Like, I remember being down south in college, arguing with my fraternity brothers. You know what I'm saying? Arguing with my line brothers, arguing with close friends about Jay-Z being one of the best lyricists I ever heard in my life. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Gilly got a point. Gilly has a point. Now, again, this is coming from me. I told you I'm a big Jay-Z fan. But I know Jigga Man. Jigga Man is a big capitalist. He is a humongous one. And I'm saying that as a fan of Jigga. Jigga about that dollar. And he showed us he was about that dollar the moment he told everybody, we standing with Colin Kaepernick. We standing with Cap, y'all. Don't perform at the halftime show. He told Jermaine Dupri and everybody else, y'all better not perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. We standing with we standing with Colin Kaepernick. We standing with him. And then Jigga went and struck a deal with the NFL and Roger Goodell, and then now it's cool to perform at the halftime show. And when everybody asked Jigga, what happened? I thought you were standing with Colin Kaepernick. Jigga sit in there and tell people, well, you know, we're past kneeling. We're past kneeling now. What are you gonna do? That's how Jigga was stuttering. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And I'm looking like, Jigga, no. What are you gonna do, Jigga? What are you gonna do? Like, what? And again, this is coming from a Jigga fan. It hurt my heart that I had to make them videos about the Jigga Man. But I saw through that. Like, Jigga, how you say we standing with Cap until you getting a piece of the pie? Now we past kneeling because you getting some of the cake? That don't sound right, right? And so let me give y'all an example of what Gilly was alluding to. Hold on. I mean, that's cool. We getting Kendrick Lamar and all of that. But no, he said we were standing with Cap, though. And told other brothers not to perform there at the halftime show until he struck a deal, though. That sound like, that sound crazy. Because if we really standing with Cap and you telling everybody don't perform, what changed in the time between you getting the deal and the time between when you wasn't over it? Like, what changed at that point? You know what I mean? So look, let me tell y'all but Cap took elite. I'm not mad at Cap taking that bag. In the NFL, you have a small window to no. You have a small window to maximize off your earning potential. The NFL is the only league that can pay him what he's worth as far as his abilities go. Yeah, you gonna take a bag. If the NFL ain't gonna take me, yeah, I need what? Yeah. And I want to play. I want to play in the NFL. That's the only league. Like, bro, in the NFL, you got a small window to capitalize off your athletic ability. You know what I mean? He got to get something. He got to get something. So I don't blame Cap for taking some money. You know what I mean? So Aaron, that's my point, Aaron. Gilly got a point, but Gil got to look at himself too. Because Gilly got a platform on Barstool Sports, right? This two-sided coin. Because Gilly went up there talking about oh, you know, I did my thing on my own. I made my own way. Gilly, you made your way on a platform with Dave Portnoy. And Dave is one of them white multimillionaires who is indeed racist. So Gilly got a point, but he got to look at himself too, though. So that's my point. Yeah, Gilly got a point. And Gilly, you made your way out here. You made your own way, but you made your own way while partnering with a racist media owner and being on Barstool. So, yeah, he got to look at himself too. So while Gilly has a point, he got to look at himself too. Because he over there, Portnoy MAGA like a MF. Like I'm talking about, Portnoy done been on Twitter saying stuff. Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool Sports, that Gilly's podcast is on. You can look at Dave's tweets. He said things with racial overtones all the time. All the time. Right? So while he has a point about certain things about Jigga Man, Gilly got to look at himself too. So this is a two-sided coin. So I'll tell y'all this, man. When I talk, so he said Gilly annoyed me just like, you know, Naf, I can't stand Charleston White. I can't stand Charleston at all. So me and you are in agreement on that. And Gilly can be annoying as well. I've called out Gilly on this channel 4 years ago. Because I will never forget this. When Black Lives Matter was going on, Tiffany, Cat wanted to re-enter the NFL because Tiff, and I'm gonna say this to everybody that say that. The NFL is the league where he can make the most money off his skill set, right? NFL players have a small window to maximize on their athletic ability. Why wouldn't he want to play in the NFL? Like, you know what I'm saying? If that's the only, he can't play nowhere else and get money and maximize off his skill set anywhere else. He goes to the CFL, they can't give him the bread he can get in the NFL. He can't get that nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? And that is his livelihood. That's his livelihood. You can't, there's no other league you can go to get paid like the NFL that can pay you. At all. And NFL players, they have short careers. Short careers. Hold on, you say you can't go against the corporation and want to work against it as well. No, look, no, listen. Let me say this. When Muhammad Ali, because I don't think Colin Kaepernick ever went against the NFL, like when he said they was colluding against him. He said they were colluding against him. Originally, his point with kneeling was, I'm a kneel because, you know, the injustices going on against the black community, right? Muhammad Ali got stripped of his boxing license, right? Because he didn't want to go and serve in the military. And when he got his license back, he still went and fought for the WBC straps, all of that, right? So he still was convicted in his stances, but he know he got to fight under them damn sanctioning bodies to get that cake. You see what I'm saying, July? I don't know if that's not an equal equivalency, but do we look at Muhammad Ali any different? Ali still, they took his boxing license from him. And he still went in there and say, man, listen, I'm finna go back in the ring. Imagine somebody protesting about the living environment that you reside in. No, I think that's two different things. Colin Kaepernick was never protesting about the living conditions of the NFL. He basically, after he didn't get no other deal from them, he like, yo, they trying to keep me up out of here. They trying to keep me up out. Why I don't got no other, when you got Nathan Peterman got a deal, garbage, trash. What's the other boy? Blaine Gabbert, garbage. He had a contract. You feel me? Ali never went to jail. R.K. Morgan. Contrary to popular belief, he never went to jail for real. But he stood on his beliefs. He took a stand for real. And he told them, I'm not. He did. He didn't go to jail though. From what I remember, he didn't go to jail. They threatened him with jail time. And they say, we taking your boxing life. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Ali really served jail time for real. If he did, he probably went to jail for like a couple of days. I don't think he really went to jail though. They took his license and say, you cannot fight. He didn't fight for 3 years. For his prime years. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can voice your grievances with your, that's what I'm saying, right? You can voice your grievances with your employer. You can do that. You know what I mean? You can voice your grievances with your employer. But Elite Leo, was Nathan Peterman better than Colin Kaepernick though? Come on, G. Nathan Peterman threw 5 picks and a half of football. Yeah, he never. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that though. But shout out to you, RK Morgan. Yeah, he never was in jail, but they took his license though. But so I don't know, man. I feel like people. So I'm gonna say this to Gilly's point. But I appreciate you though, RK Morgan. But like RKE Morgan, you can voice them, but to think these folks want to win after you cost them any bottom line, let's be real. Right. They don't want you to win, but you could try to get back in there though. You feel me? Yeah, they probably not gonna let you in, but you could try. Nathan Peterman was garbage, and he kept a job on somebody's roster. I'm like, if he got a job, I know Colin Kaepernick can get a job. Blaine Gabbert too, garbage, for real. So let's go back to Jigga Man though. When Gilly was making that point that Jay-Z, Jigga Man, he uses his standing in the black community to gain access to white billionaire spaces under the guise of, hey man, these dudes, these rappers, they look at me as the head honcho. I make the moves. Do y'all remember when everybody was questioning Jigga Man's moves for getting a deal, striking a deal with the NFL? Do you remember when Freddie Gibbs went out there and he was mad that people was questioning Jay-Z, and Freddie Gibbs said, fuck Colin Kaepernick. I'm standing with Jay-Z. What does that show y'all? Now, you have Freddie Gibbs out here saying, F Colin Kaepernick. I'm standing with Jigga Man. Huh? That's exactly what that's what Gilly's saying. Like, I control these niggas. Jigga can stand up there like, I control these Negroes. They go, look, what I say go. What I say go. They gonna follow me. I'm the barometer of cool. You had Freddie Gibbs said it with his chest out. F Colin Kaepernick. I'm like, what the heck? First of all, I know, no disrespect. I'm not a vice lord from Gary, Indiana on here talking about F the dude who was kneeling for black causes. Because people can question Jigga. He's not above reproach. No man on this earth is above reproach. And again, amongst my friend group, amongst my age group, I'm probably one of the biggest Jigga fans you can find lyrically. But Jigga not above reproach. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. But I didn't got on Gilly head too though for certain things that Gilly has said too. So I think it could go both ways, truthfully. Because I remember when Gilly 4 years ago, when Gilly Black Lives Matter was, that was when it was not the organization, but the what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody was basically shouting Black Lives Matter. It was a movement. The Black Lives Matter movement was at a height. And I remember when Gilly gonna come out here talking about my black life didn't matter when I got popped in the street. And I got on Gilly. Because I said, Gilly, you was out here wilding out in the streets, according to you. You were engaging in illegal activity. If you out here engaging in illegal activity in the streets, you're going to get popped. You might get popped at some point. You might. You know what I mean? You might get popped at some point. So to try to make that like, oh, Black Lives Matter, he tried to make it seem like Black Lives Matter was not a rational movement because his black life didn't matter when he got shot. And I'm like, Gilly, you were out here wilding out in the streets. That's what comes with street life. That ain't, you stop being a clown. And I've also gotten on Gilly's head about, I said one time Gilly had some bad service with a black business. And I hate people when they do. I hate when people do this. If you have bad service with a black business, you shout it out to the whole world. I'm never going to no black business no more. These black businesses, they trash, they garbage, they don't never do what they supposed to do. All these businesses terrible. I ain't never shopping with no black business. You know, these black businesses, they think you supposed to shop with them because they black, they terrible. But when they have bad service with a white establishment, you don't never see them hollering like this to the top of their lungs. They put a blanket over all black businesses because they have bad dealings with one black business. But they don't put a blanket over all white establishments and white businesses when they have a bad shopping experience with a white business. And Gilly was doing that, and I called him out about that as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. What y'all say? Hey, Aaron Ford, he dead said F Colin Kaepernick. Matter, I think Nav3, I think she was saying she saw that too. He dead said it. Because he was mad that people was questioning Jigga Man. And that was my point. You know what I mean? That was my point. So, yeah, I think, like I said, I don't think Jigga's like an evil person or a bad person. I just think he's a capitalist. You know what I mean? And yeah, I've thought that for a while. Candy, what's going on? I ain't seen you on here in a minute. What's going on? I just think he's a capitalist. You know, I'm a fan of the music, but I do think he's a capitalist, 100%. What was I going to say? It was something else I was going to say. I forgot. Oh, this is what I don't like when Jigga Man be doing this. And I don't like when rappers get in interviews and they love to tell us how everybody want money from them and they ain't giving nobody none of their money. Brother, we know you got it. You ain't got to keep telling us how like every time Jigga do an interview, he do this. You know, like your cousin who won $50,000, he upset with you because he think you supposed to just give him money all the time. And every time Jigga do an interview, he do that. Talk about how he got this money and everybody wants some money from him. And basically Jigga want everybody to know he ain't giving nobody no money. And I was like, what? I don't be liking that. But he ain't the only one that do that. He said Jay and Kevin, yeah, they stay doing that. July, like, stop. I don't like when I don't I don't like when rich people do that. They always make it a point to tell people how they not giving nobody no money. They got all the money, but it's theirs, and they ain't giving you none. I hate when people do like, bro, we know you caked up, bro. Like, be cool. Jigga do that a lot. They just let me know what type of nature he ain't capitalistic to the core. You feel me? So, and again, it was he would say it was 48,000. His cousin, was it 4,800 or 48,000? That his cousin, I think it was 48,000. His cousin asked for. Yeah, I don't be liking people do that. SL for sure, bro. You inspired me to make that video, man. You inspired me to make that video off of the last conversation we had, man. I feel like I can get on here and talk about a lot of stuff tonight, but I did want to talk about that. Oh, Floyd, you know Floyd to do that. So July, Jackson, in the interview, Jay-Z was basically saying that his cousin wanted to start a business, right? I don't know if this is a real story or not. He was alluding to like he gave a hypothetical. Your cousin want to give you he asking you for $48,000 to start a business. You know, and he looking like you supposed to just give it to him. He was kind of saying it from that standpoint, you know. But yeah, he was saying his cousin was like trying to get a loan from him to start a business for like $48,000. But yeah, Jigga definitely. I mean, Floyd definitely can't wait to tell people. He can't wait to tell Floyd another one. Floyd will tell this what Floyd. They said Floyd be dirty macking. They said Floyd would be like, you got your girlfriend. If your girl out at the club, he try to talk to her, it'd be like, your man ain't got as much money as I do. He ain't got money like I got it. He ain't caked up like me. You're like, what? You ain't even gotta do that. She know you Floyd Mayweather. Why you gotta? He ain't got the money I got. She know that. So yeah, the cousin should have Jay ask Jay for a job. That's a play. Floyd literally nicknamed himself Money Mayweather. Yeah. Listen. Floyd is a boy. What? Floyd made T.I. crash out. Facts. But look, I told y'all. Look, y'all know Floyd, one of my favorite boxers all time. I never seen a skill set like that in my life. Floyd be doing a lot of the stuff people be saying he be doing. He do. He be doing that. Like, like he do. Like, Floyd is very awkward when it comes to interacting with women. You could tell. I remember I used to watch 24/7. Y'all remember 24/7, the boxing show they used to do back in the day? And All Access. He would have All Access 24/7, and he had girls around him. And like, he just seemed socially awkward when it came to girls. It didn't seem like he had no personality with women other than cashing them out, other than giving them bread. And I always told y'all, if you don't got no personality, if you can't make a woman laugh, if you can't charm a woman, you can't make her smile, you don't got no good conversation skills, and all you can offer is money, she's going to take the money, but at some point, somebody somewhere else is going to gain her attention. That's what happened with Princess Love. Princess Love was a Floyd Mayweather girl. And Ray J, he was in the money team. He stole Princess Love from Floyd Mayweather. Princess Love was Floyd Mayweather girl first. Same thing happened with Miss Jackson. Nelly ain't got as much money as Floyd Mayweather do, but Nelly had charisma. He was able to scoop Miss Jackson up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but anyway, yeah, I kind of found that bit interesting. I do believe I did it, but I do agree with certain things that Gilly said. Now I do agree with y'all. Gilly can be obnoxious. He can be annoying, and I've said things about Gilly several times. But I do think he has a point with what he said about Jigga. But he has to look in the mirror himself as well, because you can't stand on a moral high ground like that against Jigga while also being in business with Dave Portnoy and Barstool. It look crazy when you do that. You know what I mean? So while he can have a point, you can't have that point and then be in business with Barstool and people gonna be looking like, what? You know, so you gonna get the side eye. But yeah, I do believe, what was I gonna say? It was something else I was gonna say, I forgot. But I feel like it was a good conversation to bring to the live stream. Hold on, SL, I'm gonna get to you. Mills, what you think of people saying black men that become successful forget where they come from? I mean, certain ones do. Certain ones do. Hold on. I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute. SL made a great point. He said, I think one of the broader issues is that while Jay-Z's success story is inspiring, they do not address the systemic issues that contribute to economic disparities. That's 100% true. Many black folks conflate the two, unfortunately. So I made this point, SL, and let me know if this is what you're referring to. Jay-Z, I said he's capitalistic because I don't really think Jigga has interest in really uplifting the black community and really like, what I'm saying, uplifting the black community, I don't think he has an interest in like addressing systemic issues and like trying to, like you said, contribute to economic disparities. I don't think Jigga has an interest in contributing to economic disparities. I think he has an interest in enriching himself and his family, right? And if you're going to do that, that's cool. No, it's not cool. It's actually not cool. It's not. But people are conditioned to think that Jigga's wins are a win for black people. That's not the case. His wins are his wins. We look at Jay-Z's wealth, we as black people, we look at his wealth as like a win for our community. We think his wealth is enriching our community by proxy, and it's not. It's not. His wins are his wins. And that's where the problem comes into play. Hey, my man SL, he know how to articulate stuff in ways. I try to figure out how to say it. My boy always come through with some great points about how to address what I'm trying to say. Yes, Jigga, I don't think he has an interest in addressing the systemic issues and trying to contribute to economic disparities at all. I just think like he's interested in enriching himself and his family. But if you're gonna do that, don't try to put on a guise of you being I think it is, bro. Jay-Z get more black staff at Rock Nation. Now, okay. July Jackson. I think just because you hiring some black folks, uh how can I articulate this? Dwayne Johnson, what's going on? It's a big trickle down effect, bro. Hiring some black families. How many black families are getting hired though in the grand scheme of things? You know what I'm saying? How many black employees do we really like? You know, like okay. I remember hearing this story. This may not even go hand in hand. Right, hiring black folks don't exactly give them the tools they need to succeed off rip though. It's a complete process. I remember hearing this story about Jigga having cryptocurrency classes in the Marcy projects, right? And I maybe I'm ignorant to think this. I say, yo, I don't think cryptocurrency classes is like what them people in the projects need at the moment. I think they need some money. I think they need some food. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. Now I don't want Jay-Z to hold everybody's hand. I just don't think I don't think Jay care about like the economic disparities amongst black people for real. I really don't. I just think he just like as long as he getting his cake, he's straight. He gonna take care of his people. But like it's not one man's job to hold everybody's hand. But black people think that Jigga is like breaking boundaries or breaking economic disparities for black folks. And he's really not though. You know what I mean? And that's be the thing. And I'm not saying he's a bad person. He's just not like he's not breaking these economic disparities like that. You know? I think he's doing his part. If he employing over 60 black people, that's enough for me. Oh man, this is a nuanced conversation. I like this though. I really, really like this. Because I've said this about Michael Jordan. When I say things like when I say like Mike has never really stood in solidarity with black folks outwardly in public at times, right? People counteract and say, well, he has black people that he hires. I'm like, yeah, okay. And that you hiring, you getting some people paid, but like, what is that really? I'm trying to think. How is that fixing the economic disparity for real? You know what I mean? Said Jordan different, man. People always say that to me though, and I be like, he don't never stand in solidarity with black folks like that. President Ford with Meek filed a federal lawsuit to fight against Mississippi deplorable. Do we want handouts now? I don't like when y'all say that though, Renee. I don't like when y'all say, do we want handouts? I don't like when people say that. I think it's different things that can be done besides handouts, right? No, it's not true though. It's not like with handouts. When we as black people challenge other black, when we as black people challenge other high earning black people to pour more money into the community, it's not us wanting handouts. It's economic upliftment. Like other cultures practice this. They do. Like, listen, Jewish people, they definitely practice it. You know? They're going to pour money into their community all the time. And we as black people have become tricked into believing that when, oh, if black celebrities do that to us, we asking for handouts. Asian people do it all the time. They pour money in their community all the time. They're going to hire their people. They're going to make sure they people got resources for all different type of stuff. Jewish people are going to do the same thing. I think that we as black people, we get tricked into believing that we shouldn't do that. We let non-black folks tell us, oh, y'all want handouts, right? Like, no, we just want, like, we want economic advancement like the other communities do. They pull other communities pull their own up. They do that a lot of times. Black people get encouraged not to do that. We get encouraged not to do that a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I'm gonna bring my boy Derek Jones on here. Like I said, I'm gonna bring my boy Derek in here to talk about it as well. The other part could be if he's not doing incognito that we may not know of. Hold on. I hope. What'd you say? Yeah, my chat was freezing. My bad. I don't think Jordan Mindset was potentially trying to hire, but I think Jay-Z would. Hannah, they better not handouts. Kendrick Lamar Spider, handouts are given for free. We earn reparation. It's resources. You know I love you, but you all right. No, it's definitely not about handouts. That was Antoine Daniels. Antoine Daniels, y'all know he be on there. Butter biscuit eating, boy. Antoine Daniels. Mac Willie Wilson was helping people in Chicago. People still weren't happy. The nail salon. Jordan is the worst. Cause social issues. My school helped all day. What do y'all think Jay is about? Blacks think about MJ. Did you see the atrocity of the? Oh, I saw that, bro. Terrible Bulls game. Man, my chat froze on y'all. My bad, y'all. Now I don't think it's relying on celebrities for cover, bro. But like, let me give y'all an example. I'm gonna give y'all an example. Just stay with me now. Like Ocho Cinco say, stay with me. I graduated from Mississippi Valley State University, right? If I get the money that a LeBron James has, if I'm able to amass that type of wealth one day, and I don't give money to Mississippi Valley State University, and a university that educates people in the poorest region of the United States of America, if I don't pour into that school some way, I'm doing my community a disservice, right? Mississippi Valley State is an HBCU. We are severely underfunded. We are located in the Mississippi Delta, one of the poorest regions, if not the poorest region in the United States of America, right? Against a black school. We are the youngest HBCU in the SWAC. We have struggled for resources. If I don't pour into that, yeah, you can say shame on me. Which leads to Mississippi Valley doing stuff like participating in the inauguration parade for Donald Trump. You get what I'm saying? Because we ain't got the resources that we need. So when people's like, people say, we got to stop relying on celebrities for cover. Hold on. Yeah, bro, they doing their part. It takes more than 2 men, though. Yeah, it takes more than that, right? It takes a community, of course. But I'm just saying in general, like me, if I was to ever get that money that LeBron or somebody get, and I don't pour nothing into Mississippi Valley State, I'm looking, that look crazy, because that school educates predominantly black folks. And I can help pour resources into that school to help with a lot of things. They help a lot of programs and everything there. Jay Rice is an alum. That is correct. He said, didn't Jay pay? Jay did pay Lil Wayne back taxes. My point exactly. Why you can't give, if you can pay Lil Wayne stuff, you can't give your cousin $48,000? You could pay for Lil Wayne. So yeah. Yeah, man. It's a real nuanced conversation. Asking you this for real. What you thought of Prime leaving HBCUs? Um, so July at first, I was like, hey, look, I was hurt for Jackson State. At first, because yeah, I was hurt for Jackson State, but I say, you know what, he can go on to go where he want to go. But people was like this. People was saying, man, they can find somewhere, they're just going. This is how coaching goes. But I think people don't understand this. HBCUs, HBCUs are just now starting to get coaches, from the NFL ranks, like NFL players. This was not a thing like that. I mean, you had Doug Williams, but Doug did it as an older gentleman. Somebody like Deion Sanders coming to an HBCU was like unprecedented, and Prime brought a lot of resources to it, to the HBCU landscape. And personally, man, I felt like he was needed at the HBCU level. Because when Prime is there, people gonna pour money into it because Prime is looked at as a football god with a lowercase g. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, man, when he goes, the resources go. People only cared about SWAC football and HBCU football as long as Prime was there. Black folks cared about it, but even black folks, man, how many black folks y'all know went from celebrating from rooting from Jackson State to going to Colorado? And people never cared about Jackson State no more after he left. So I recognize what the effect of that was going to be. Whether that was Coach Prime's intention or not, I understood, like, yeah, they can replace somebody, they can get a replacement for a head coach, but who can they bring in that has the cachet of a Coach Prime that could help level the playing fields of these HBCUs? Because HBCUs have been intentionally underfunded by the federal government for years. It's an article detailing, like, HBCUs have been underfunded by billions of dollars collectively. It's a whole article detailing that. I got to find that article. I remember reading it years ago. And I think had he stayed, it would have convinced some other coaches to come and stay as well and help build up these HBCU programs and bring money to these programs. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And HBCU programs, man, like I said, they don't have the resources these other programs have. When I talk to people who play football at top D1 schools, they're shocked at the discrepancy in the conditions and the resources at an Ole Miss compared to a Jackson State or a Mississippi Valley State, for real. It's a humongous discrepancy. And I invested in the playing field being leveled because previously, Black talent could not play at predominantly white institutions. The top talent came from the HBCUs. And then the predominantly white schools figured it out. We got to start letting these black kids come out of school so we can keep driving up the revenue, which left HBCUs behind. Because now the Walter Paytons that was at Jackson State, Jerry Rice that was at my alma mater, Mississippi Valley State, Deacon Jones that was at Mississippi Valley State, those type of talents, now they go into the predominantly white institutions and HBCUs left behind. So yeah. Man, y'all, I gotta go back to some comments that y'all made. They definitely aren't getting a dime with their orange kid. No, they definitely not getting no dime from while he in the office at all. Yeah, Cully. Now, I did say that Gilly had some points. He made some fair points about Jigga Man, 100%. I do believe that. But I also brought up how Gilly, he can't speak from that self-righteous stoop while also being employed by Barstool Sports and Dave Portnoy, when Dave is a humongous racist. So I brought that up for sure. Grambling was a powerhouse in HB. Yeah, Grambling, Eddie Robinson. Yeah, Eddie Robinson, like the most winningest coach. Is he the most winningest or one of the most winningest coaches in college football history. I think there's collective interest at an institutional level for resources to not be invested in the black community. Educated and healthy black people as a collective have historically been the biggest threat to the status quo in the U.S. Woo! Hey, SL talking some words, man. For real. You just had your birthday. Happy birthday, Ramirez, man. My bad, brother. I think you had put it up there earlier or something. I may have missed over your comment, man. Happy birthday, man. Blessings to you, bro. I appreciate you always supporting the channel too, man. Y'all give it a happy birthday shout out to Ramirez, man. That's my dog, man. Ramirez, all love, man. And Miss A, I ain't forgot about you. Is that a LeBron or Bronny? It's a LeBron jersey, Miss A. I ain't forgot about you. Yeah, SL on point, man. Let me go back to what he's saying. So when people talk about educated people, he's educated and healthy. I think he's trying to say wealthy black people as a collective. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, the bourgeoisie. A lot of them, yeah, have held back black folks or they get into certain spaces. So I'm gonna just try to use it. I'm gonna try to frame what SL is saying. You ever met a person who's done well for themselves? Black folks, they've done well for themselves. They've gone to college, got degrees. They find their way in corporate America. And instead of trying to help other black folks up, they take pride in being the only black people in the room. To the point that they like being the only black people in the room. So they intentionally try to keep other black folks out of the room so they can say, I'm the only one up in here. There are people who do that. Black people who gain prominence in certain fields and gain advance in certain levels of corporate America. And they try to keep other black folks out because they feel like it's a badge of honor to be the only black person in there. And they've been misled to believe that they're a special type of Negro. And they shouldn't let nobody else up in there because that spot is only for them. There are people who do that. I remember having a conversation. I remember I was watching Sinbad talk, the comedian Sinbad. And Sinbad would talk about how, Sinbad is a clean comedian. And he said when he would do his comedy, there would be white folks that would come up to him and say, why can't they all, I wish they all was like you, man. You do a great job. I wish they all was like you. And he said people would do that as a way to, people would prop him up in order to downplay other black comics and trash them, right? And so I remember that. And I remember when I first started working in corporate America, you had some people that would, when I get to W.E.B. Du Bois' legacy, unfortunately, for sure, Cully, for sure, man. What did Leo say? To be honest, I probably wouldn't help black people too much either because when the powers that be come after them for doing so, black people don't stand behind the one who's trying to help them. Well, we got to change that mindset, man. For real. Yeah, we got to change that mindset for real. But no, though, I was making a point. So when I got in corporate America and people would see me in there, I was young at the time. I was like 24. And people would be like, they would ask me like my credentials. Like, oh, man, Malcolm, you got a master's degree? Yeah. I was like, yeah. And they see, you went to school, got degrees, got a good job, see? And I had to correct them. Because what he was trying to say to me was that, see, Malcolm, you did it. What he was trying to say without saying it. Why the rest of them other Negroes couldn't do what you do? And I had to correct him immediately. Because you're not going to prop me up to trash my people. I can't do that. So I said, oh, no. I had a lot of circumstances happen in my life that worked out well for me. While I did my diligence and did my work, I had a mother who was proactive and not allowing me to go to my neighborhood school. I had a father who was making sure I got to their school all the time. I had people who was pushing me in my corner the whole way. A lot of other kids that are brilliant, they have brilliant minds in the hood. Unfortunately, they don't have the support. They don't have the means to go to these schools. They have better curriculums to help them excel. They don't all the time have a mother who can be as active as mine was due to having to work 2 jobs. You know what I mean? Sometimes they have parents who probably don't know how to get them in these certain programs to do certain stuff so they can be a step ahead. Luckily for me, I had those advantages. I was living in the hood just like everybody else, but I had a mama who like, no, he can't go to this school. We're going to send him over there to that school, a school that my grandmother used to substitute teach at. I went to a magnet school. You see what I'm saying? So, and everybody didn't have, they didn't even, some people didn't even know about the school that I went to. You get what I'm saying? Even though it was a predominantly black school, it was a Chicago public school, but it was a magnet school. You know, and but my mama and my father and them, they fought for me and my siblings to be in these schools to where a great curriculum was in place for us to be able to be in position to succeed. Everybody don't have that same push that I had, that same type of support. And so I don't like when people try to down. You're not going to down other black people. You're not going to lift me up to down other black people, because I had a lot of stuff go well for me in my circumstances that a lot of other people didn't have. W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington, the talented 10th, and why black people should go to Africa to live a better life. To live a better life. You were the exception. They were happy to see you, and only you. The biggest fear. Exactly. E-static. I'm the exception. They happy to see me, only me. You know? But don't let it be a whole bunch of us in there. Then it's like, oh, what's going on up in here? What's going on up in here? And you're right, Cully. 100%. You're not going to paint me as you're one of the good ones. And I've had that conversation on this channel before. You know, he thought he was giving me a compliment. And if I was ignorant of what he was doing, I would have thought, oh, wow, you know, he really thinks well of me. You know, see, he thinks I'm a good, you know, I'm a hard worker. Hey, you're one of the good. I wasn't fooled by that. Because at that point in my life, I had discernment, and I understood a lot about backhanded compliments. I understood a lot about racial overtones and certain things at that point in my life. And luckily, that came from me being in certain spaces and me kind of like being, life experiences teaching me certain things. So I knew it wasn't a compliment, even though he tried to form it in a compliment. You get what I'm saying? Linda Lewis, good evening. How are you doing? First time watching. Nice looking guy. I appreciate it, Linda. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming on. I hope you subscribe. I got content for everybody. Cammy Tompkins, what's going on? I appreciate you for coming on in here. Reagan's welfare queen myth comes to mind. Welfare queen, a myth. Myth for real. I didn't know it was a black man who invented the roller coaster, Granville T. Woods. That's so funny, man. It's a school in Inglewood called Granville T. Woods, where one of my best friends went to that school. Before DEI, it was affirmative action. Before that, it was wokeism, and so on and so on, for sure. What do you they wish hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. They were shook with the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. White folks complaining he didn't have any white. People go complain about all type of stuff, man. All type of craziness, man. All type of craziness. I mean, I'm glad we having this conversation, man. I appreciate everybody hopping on. Well, like I said, I know y'all probably got a lot that y'all doing around the house. Y'all could be doing anything else, but you know, y'all on here with me, man. I appreciate it for real. The next time I go live, I'm gonna go on what's that thing I'll be using? Godly. What is what you call it I'll be using? The browser that I use. Godly. What is the name of it? Now I'm tripping right now. Next time I go live, I'm gonna get on where y'all can come on there with me. I can bring y'all on the stage to talk to me. Because I've never like talked to y'all directly on here for real. And I'm gonna do that. He said my dad was complaining about no white people in the pregame halftime. Man, tell your dad, man, it be white folks every year. StreamYard, Renee. There we go. Golly. Thank you for bringing it up. StreamYard. Not Discord, Dwayne. StreamYard. Golly. Because my mind drew a blank. StreamYard is what I'm talking about. He said maybe the white dancers didn't make the cut doing auditions. Merit-based. Merit-based. Yeah, merit-based. You know what I'm saying? The white dancers was dancing like the break dancers in the Olympics. It wasn't going to cut it. You hear me? It wasn't going to cut it. Then watch the Super Bowl or a halftime show. I get you. I get you. I get you, man. But yeah, man, these conversations are always good. I have a lot of stuff I'll be thinking about for real. So I'm glad we can get on here and have these type of conversations for sure. I feel like I missed a lot of questions that y'all had for me initially while I was talking about all this stuff. But yeah, my bad, y'all. Been getting ready for my daughter's birthday. My daughter's birthday coming up, man. Been preparing for that. Excited to celebrate her. Recall that video you made on Whitlock comparing Lamar to Jalen Hurts black support. I see a ton of black folks. Right, exactly. And that's what I was telling him. Like, he tried to make it seem like black people didn't like Jalen Hurts because he's too huxtable, which was a lie. I think he saw the support of Lamar, and I told people, the support of Lamar was based into the fact that you always miss plenty of questions. I do, Michael, my bad. I told people, man, that the support of Lamar was due to the fact that there have been a lot of people who have been against Lamar for years, telling him he couldn't play the quarterback position, so on and so forth, and to see him prosper. To be an exciting player. He's an exciting player and people love it, but people love Jalen Hurts too. You know what I mean? Nobody looks at him like he's not, because Jalen Hurts is still unapologetically black, even with his own swagger that's different from Lamar's. You get what I'm saying? Whitlock trying to create division. Whitlock trying to divide black folks and trying to make it seem like we didn't rock with Jalen Hurts like that. And he know what he doing. He knew what he was doing all the way. Happy birthday to your daughter, fam. I appreciate that, July, man. Yeah. I'm so glad I caught this live and hope your daughter has an awesome birthday. Good night. Yeah, man, my daughter born on Valentine's Day. She a Valentine's baby, man. 14 years old. She turning 14, so life come at you quick. Life come at you fast. But I appreciate you for coming on, NAV3. And I hope you subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I got a lot of content for everybody for sure. But yeah, man, time flies, man. 14 years old. I remember when she was born. Just yesterday. So it's something else, man. Happy early birthday to your daughter. Man, I appreciate it, man. Love. Team Aquarius. 100%. 100%. If she was on here, she'd be hollering it out with you. Some of y'all probably seen she went live with me. What was that? A week or two ago? Was that last week? No, was it a week before last? Week before last, she went live streaming with me. And one of her little classmates found my channel. One of her classmates found my channel. And I was like, oh, wow. Whitlock puts mayo on his right. Jabari, man. Happy birthday to your daughter, Mills. I appreciate it, boss. I appreciate it, man. That means a lot to me. New Orleans black people are a big part of culture of New Orleans. A lot of people don't know that, so it was fitting to have them all there. That's what people come to New Orleans for. You from New Orleans, RJ? Hope she has a wonderful birthday. I appreciate it, Aaron. I appreciate that, big dog. Hey, man, I ain't seen my boy Donnell on this channel in a minute. I got to see what Donnell been at, man. He's a pop in on me. He's a pop in on me, man. The Lakers, I don't know if the Lakers playing right now. They playing later. The Lakers finna get on there. They playing Utah once again. They better win this game, man. I know this baby too early, but what college do you think your daughter would attend? Miss A, I don't know. She told me she wanted to go to an HBCU though. She definitely told me that. I don't know if she want to go to the one I went to or Mississippi Valley, or she want to go to say Drake, right? Yeah. If she want to go to one of the other HBCUs, I'm not sure. But she did tell me out of her own mouth. I didn't prompt her to say this. She told me she wanted to go to HBCU. So we're gonna make that happen. Hopefully she can get a scholarship to one of these schools. That'll be a good move. Oh, the game already on. 33-30, Utah right now. See, look what Ricky. Boy, Utah would be winning. That's how it go. Anton Daniels probably doesn't know what hot brother, right? You know the hot links here tell her to apply to Hillman College. SL, bro. The Cosby Show is one of my favorite shows growing up, boss. One of my favorite shows. That show, I don't know, man. It made me feel good to be black, man. That show made me feel good to be black. Cool. Wish her the best there at HBCU. Nah, I appreciate that, Miss A. Hey, what is he talking about? I ain't one of the Cosbys. I ain't go to Hill, man. Just block Benjamin. Y'all, I don't know who that is. I feel like he was new to the channel. I hope it ain't nobody that been on here just talking crazy, but if I had gone, I feel like it was somebody just coming on here wilding out. If I had gone back to school after high school, I probably at a certain point taught music history. Are you into music? He said, no, I visited there a few times and did a tour of the area. I also worked with a few New Orleans peeps. I got history lessons from them also. He said, maybe a LeBron hater. Who knows? Probably is. Unapologetically black, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Facts. Same over here, boss. Same over here, man. But yeah, man, now we at the end of the live stream. Y'all could just ask me certain questions y'all want to ask before we get on off here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my little man gonna start running up front at any moment. So y'all can ask me the questions y'all want to ask. Like the stream. Yeah, y'all like the stream for me. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for reminding me. Is it Rach? Thank you for reminding me of that. Because Cosby Show had realistic black elements in it we all could relate to without it being overdone or corny. Facts. And SL, you know, as when I got older, I realized I love the show too because they felt like you said, they felt like black folks 100% all the way through and through. But money was never a problem for them. And you know, at that point, I had never seen a show where money. Wait, did I? I ain't gonna say I never saw a show, but it was good to see a show where black folks were thriving and they had money, and then money was not an issue for them. But they still were black folks and had every day. You know, you could see it from the way they walked, the way they talked. Claire Huxtable was a black mama to the bone, to the core of her soul. She was a black mama. You ain't play with Claire Huxtable like that. You know what I mean? Wish I had gone to an HBCU, grew up in the Great Lakes, didn't have any familiarity with HBCUs growing up. When you say you grew up in the Great Lakes, like in Illinois, you know what? The Navy people going into the Navy, they go to Great Lakes. Do you also think that Bronny didn't need college since he has a G League prepping for the NBA? Oh man, okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, my cousin, well, both of my cousins in the Navy. They was I think they did the basic training in Great Lakes, I believe. They go to Great Lakes. Yeah, for the Navy. I'm into history in general, but I'm well researched on music genres and music arts. Lately, I've been looking into Charles Manson's background because he made music in the Laurel Canyon in the 1960s. I did not know that. How far is Great Lakes from Chicago? I don't know. That's a great question. I really don't know. I gotta ask my cousin, man. My cousin was at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Funny enough, I was watching some Cosby interview from the early 70s, sounding radical and low-key macking with the I can believe it. I can believe it. Oh, Great Lakes is 4 hours from Chicago. Okay. Got you. What do you think about Memphis, Tennessee? Memphis is a cool city, man. You know, when I was in grad school at Arkansas State University, Memphis was an hour away. So we would go there occasionally. Memphis was always cool. Be out there on Beale Street, going to the mall and all of that, eating at the restaurants out there. Memphis always was smooth. I like Memphis. Yeah, Chicago, we right off Lake Michigan. Right off Lake Michigan. Go downtown, you feel that breeze off Lake Michigan for real. I think the G League has taught Bronny all he needs to know before going pro. Yeah, I mean, he finding his way in the G League, man. I think he need to stay in the G League, get his confidence up, and he'll be all right. Get his confidence up. Keep getting busy, keep at it. He'll be all good. Then boxing card next week is stacked. You watching it? It's only $25. Hey, run down that card for me. I know it all. Run down that card. I love me some Lisa Bonet. Even as a kid, Lisa Bonet she was finer than the ticket on the dashboard that said Lisa Bonet was cold. Would you consider moving to the South since you went to school there? Oh, Rach. Right now, you know, my children here, so I ain't trying. Right now, I wouldn't be moving. I would have to get a hefty job offer with a hefty bag. They have to offer me a hefty bag of money for me to relocate, relocate down south or relocate in general. You said it depends on where in the South. Yeah, I get the South showed me love though. They showed me love. I met some of my closest friends I ever met in my life came from when I was down south. Good people all the way through and through, and I love them to this day. Yeah, Bronny had a nice poster for sure. Yeah, he just got to get his confidence up, man. He plays well. You see his confidence is getting higher and higher with every game he play in the G League. He just got to play a little bit more to help translate that to the NBA games, and he'll be cool. He'll be straight. Bro, make a Doug Gottlieb. Yo, I can't stand Doug Gottlieb, Cully. He gets on my man. Yeah, he always been a Dave Portnoy type brother. He one of them, Cully. I can't stand dude. His team is like 2-20, right? They garbage. And you know my homeboy Kiefer Sykes, he used to play for the same school that Doug Gottlieb coaches. I didn't been out there to the school because Kiefer was my right hand man, and Kiefer had that program rocking. When my boy Kiefer was there, Green Bay was getting to it. They was getting busy. They beat Virginia, they beat Miami, they beat Marquette when Kiefer was there. Now he got my boy alma mater looking garbage. Doug Gottlieb trash. But yeah, I saw the Bulls. Terrible, Jabari. Horrible. I'm like, I don't know what they're gonna do, but they need to do it quick. And you see me make a video, Jabari. I don't know what the Bulls were doing. I don't know what direction they're going in. Jerry Reinsdorf needs to sell a team. They need to get rid of that GM and start from scratch. I don't know. It look abysmal. That's embarrassing. And I don't know if they was in Chicago or not. But regardless where they was at, it's horrible. Oh, Bival, better be Shakur Kid Austin. Man, gonna be mine. Joseph Parker. Right. Joseph Parker. Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker. I got Daniel Dubois on that one, man. Virgil Ortiz, Madrimov, yeah. Woo! I'm watching that one. Hold on. I forgot the card looked like that. Bival better be if I was gonna watch that regardless. Now Shakur, I'm gonna watch Shakur, man. You know what, man? I want to see Shakur bounce back, man. Because people don't like Shakur right now. I don't want to see Shakur bounce back. UWGB needs to hire Doug and whoever fire Doug and whoever hire him. Facts. Facts. Gottlieb talked about Dion like he coached K. Facts. And Gottlieb, terrible. Gottlieb be talking from this moral high ground. He got caught stealing credit cards when he was in college. I don't even know people know that. He got caught credit card stealing when he was in college. And everything, he one of them racist dudes that try to act like he not. But everything he said, I don't know how he gonna give out as a young black man. I would never want to play for Doug Gottlieb at all. Like he come everything. He's first of all, he's super smug. He's super smug, and it's just like a lot of stuff. He has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? He be having some what you call it about him too. If you ever want to move to the South, it's going to be Atlanta, Houston, or Dallas. Yeah, I heard Houston, and I heard Texas be having it going on. A lot of my fraternity brothers live in Texas. Forgot about that scam. Yeah, like what? The fight is made. Canelo not ducking him. They fight September 13th for undisputed at 168. Man, I'm rooting for Bud, man. I'm rooting for Bud. And Bud beat my guy Errol. He beat EJ, but I'm rooting for Bud, man. Pompous, yeah. Doug has a very pompous attitude for sure. 100%. 100% all the way. He said Gillie. Oh. I would take a JUCO offer before I would play for Gottlieb. If that's the only D1 offer I get. Look, Cooper saying I got a lawsuit for all y'all. Only time I argue with Marbury is when he dogged Doug on Twitter a few years ago. Only time you agreed. Right, yeah. He got on Doug Gottlieb head, huh? I ain't never see that. That's crazy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. He say he stole from it. Yeah, he did. He stole from his teammates. He definitely did. 100%. All the way through and through, y'all. Man. But look, y'all, man, I'm finna get off this thing, man. I appreciate y'all getting on here and rocking with me. It mean a lot to me. Y'all hit the like button on here for me. And I'm probably gonna get on here tomorrow, too. Probably gonna get on here. We turned into it, Doug. Doug Gottlieb with that bogus hairline he got. He got a little piece of hair. He got that little V in the middle of the head. He cut all the rest. Cut all the rest of that off. G. What he got going on, bro? Like crazy. But Doug look like a clown. Yo, Doug get on my nerves. I'm like, yo, I'm not, yeah. He said that right there, vampire cut. That Count Dracula ass cut, bro. But if you don't get your what's that movie with that vampire Nicolas Cage was in? What was that movie? Morbius. Get your Morbius cut in. That Morbius ass haircut he got, man. I don't know. Wow. It said, did he sue on NBC Universal? Yeah. Is he? I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about that, man. That's crazy. I ain't know that. Jazz got up for Lakers tonight. I figured. And in my video earlier, I say, man, they mess around and the Jazz come out and try to win this next game. They're like, y'all ain't finna do it to us again. Y'all ain't finna cook us 2 games in a row now. Except for defamation? Okay. Wow. I did not know that. That's crazy. But yeah, man. Hey, y'all, let me get off this thing, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. 100%. I'm gonna get off this thing, y'all. Peace.